Hello, spellcasters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 21st episode of our first level spell series. Today we're going to be talking about create or destroy water. This is perfect if you're really in a pinch and you need a drink, or if there's a little bit too much water to go around. This is usable by the cleric and the druid, and it is found in the player's handbook. Let's take a quick look at some mechanics here so we kind of get the rough picture of what we're talking about. Your cast time is the standard one action. The range is a less than impressive 30 feet. The duration is instantaneous. The effect at a glance is as followed. Create or destroy 10 gallons of water. Alternatively, you can cause rain in a 30-foot cube or destroy a 30-foot cube of fog. At higher levels, an additional 10 gallons of water to each effect, or 5 feet of area for each spell slot level above first. The components are the Holy Trinity, somatic, material, and verbal, meaning you have to gesture with one hand. The material component is a drop of water if creating water, or a few grains of sand if destroying it. And the verbal component would just be an incantation, and the school is Transmutation, which isn't too surprising. Let's take a look at the full description so we know the exact wording of what we're dealing with. You either create or destroy water. Create water. You create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container. Alternatively, the water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range, extinguishing exposed flames in the area. Destroy water. You destroy up to 10 gallons of water in an open container within range. Alternatively, you destroy fog, in a 30-foot cube within range. At higher levels, when you cast this spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, you create or destroy 10 additional gallons of water, or the size of the cube increases by 5 feet for each spell slot level above first. Wow, very cool stuff, very interesting. Something I would like to point out real quick here is when the water falls in range, or as rain, it doesn't put a time limit on it, but it would have to equal the 10 gallons or 20 gallons or whatever spell slot you decide to burn. So you could potentially have it raining for quite a bit as a drizzle, or in a very short span of time as a very sharp downpour, which is really cool when you think about it. Outside of that, the spell is pretty much self-explanatory. There's a couple words you can take advantage of more than others, but we'll get into that in the alternative use section. Speaking of that, let's go there right now. So for alternative uses, something I would like to point out, and this is kind of game-breaking, so your DM might turn this down, but it simply specifies that the creation or destruction of water has to happen within an open container. It doesn't say that it can't affect a living creature, though, like shaped water does. So it's potentially possible for you to cause an entire human being internally to fill with water, or be destroyed by water. Or have the water destroyed within them, I guess, technically. So, very cool. Once again, your DM's probably not going to allow it, but as per the wording of the spell, it would technically allow a human body to be filled with water, presuming they were breathing in or out. It has to be an open container, so if their mouth is shut and their nose is plugged, they're not quite an open container, so you won't be able to do it, but if they're breathing, then yes. Secondly, you could really use it to fix up a drought. That'd be a real handy way of doing it, especially that long-term drizzle effect. If you can regain this back as a short rest, or however you want to spin it, this would probably be quite useful in an area. And something else I would like to point out, it specifies that it's clean water. Now, if you're familiar with chemistry at all, clean water is synonymous with distilled water, which means it's pure. There's no fine minerals or anything like that, no iron, no fluoride, nothing like that. It's just pure H2O, and that makes it ideal for chemists. You could probably actually sell it at quite a high price. Usually the only way to get distilled water is through a painstaking process of evaporating the water into water vapor, collecting that vapor, and then siphoning it off from there. I'm sure there are other ways to do it, but that's the one I know of, and it's quite a tedious process. That being said, guys, if you have any alternative uses or any crazy stories involving create or destroy water, I would love to hear them down in the comments below, and I know everyone else tuning in would as well. With that out of the way, guys, hope you all have a great day, and as always, happy casting.